What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Montyverse. Today we're going to be checking out the brand new trailer for Scream 6, or as I'm calling it, Scream Vi.
Wait, what happened to Sixum?
So, ever since the first official teaser came out, and they revealed the title was going to be Scream Roman numeral 6, and not Scream 6, I had to change it. So we went from Sixum to Scream Vi.
The more you know.
Alright, guys, let's jump right into this trailer right now. You ready, Nikki?
I'm ready. I'm excited for this.
All right, starting in 3, 2, 1.
Please help me. Just down there.
That's so New York.
You got a problem here?
Nope,
guy?
that's so New York. Oh. This Ghostface is fast.
I was gonna say, like, what?
Oh! Oh, damn! Now how are you gonna get your chopped cheese?
Or your produce. Oh.
Oh my,
I
that
have
looks
this
sick.
secret. There's a darkness inside of me. It followed me here. And it's gonna keep coming for us. We share a certain history.
Kirby!
This isn't like any other Ghostface. What is this place? A shrine. We've got to lure him in. We execute him.
Hello.
Oh, Gale gets a call.
You know you're like the 10th guy to try this, right? It never works out for the dipshit in the mask.
Oh!
Maybe. But there's never been one like me, Gale.
I'm sure they all think that, if we're being honest. Shit.
I'm something different.
That's why I'm gonna shoot you in the head.
Oh, she definitely said F there. They cut that out. Oh my god.
You want me. So let's finish this.
Sam looks crazy.
Guys?
No!
That's so intense. Can you imagine that?
Not Minzy!
Oh my gosh. This is blowing me away because already from this trailer, this feels completely different from Scream 2022
Yeah.
or Five Cream.
Five
Sorry,
Cream.
not Screforum. That's Scream 4 AM. It is Five Cream, but this feels so different from
Yes.
that movie. This Ghostface feels different. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, does he though?
Yes, he feels faster. He feels more vicious.
Oh yeah. In terms of like his raw ability that we're seeing, absolutely. Especially like doing it in that broad of daylight in public.
Let me put it in this perspective. We're used to seeing ghost faces that are not really trained like killers. They're not really prepared for this. They're just people who put on the mask for vengeance or fame,
right,
or revenge.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're clumsy. Like one of the biggest draws of Ghostface is that he could be anyone. So a lot of the times in these movies, Ghostface, he or she, they trip over things, they bump into things, they're a little clumsy. This Ghostface seems prepared.
Yeah.
Like we see them parkouring over Gale's sofa, like doing these like super crazy fast in that bodega scene. Vicious, looks extremely, I don't know, it just feels different from the other ghost faces that we're used to seeing.
Right. And like we obviously know to some extent the dark side that Sam's referring to obviously is her attachment to Billy and his spirit that kept showing up. But at the same time, I wonder if there's like something else she's referring to that we're either not aware of, or if like there's a more negative influence that's having on her now.
Yeah, I mean, definitely I'm trying to get this still up, but there's a moment in this trailer where she goes full Billy, and it's like right here. It's like
yeah.
Yeah, look at that face.
Which that looks incredible.
She goes full psycho in this.
Right,
Sammy Psycho.
But at the same time, there was a little bit of that in Five Cream because she needed to kind of have that side of her come out in order to take down Richie. So so I wonder like what they're gonna do differently at all, if anything at all, with that.
And I have to play devil's advocate here because this is a Scream movie. Mystery is part of it, but it would be interesting if this shot in the trailer is a red herring. And that's during the killer reveal, and she's one of the killers.
Oh yeah,
and it's like, and that's why she looks crazed like that.
Right.
But I think that would be a little too on the nose still, like to have Billy Loomis's daughter be the killer.
Right, and again, assuming there might be even more continuations, like they could honestly, it might benefit them if they did save something like that. At the same time, we really don't know, and I don't want to know.
Yeah, and I've just pulled up another image from the trailer. I'm scanning through the trailer as we're talking right now, and it's this Ghostface's Batcave, or his trophy room, I should say. And there have been rumors that this was going to be the case, but we look around and he has it looks like all of the other Ghostface robes, right?
Right.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
He has every single Ghostface robe.
Right, which I want to know how the hell he got all of that.
How is that? That had to be in police evidence somewhere.
And they all looked intact, and like maybe the Roman one looks like it has a little something on the sleeve, but otherwise, like they look pretty pristine.
I mean, all of them were pretty pristine, except minus some bullet holes here and there. This looks like Jill's outfit from Scriforum right here. We have a slate from Stab 3.
Oh
which is obviously in Scream 3.
Yeah.
We have that looks like Billy Loomis's shirt from Scream 1.
That's so coated in
That
blood.
looks like that's Stu's. That's Stu's red robe from Scream Run. Okay. This is Tatum's outfit from Scream 1.
That's so creepy.
Right? I'm me as a Scream fan, I'm just going through this right now. I'm just kind of just surmising all the stuff that I see. There's a pistol in one of the cases over here. There's some Ghostface like sketch art.
Mm-hmm.
There's the stage prop that Derek was strapped onto.
Yeah.
From Scream 2,
yeah.
right there in the corner. That's so friggin' cool, guys. All the stuff that I'm just spotting, staring at this.
But that's the thing. It's cool and absolutely horrifying at the same time.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean. Yeah, that's definitely. Is that Billy's shirt?
That is really.
Oh, there's
brutal.
Dewey's.
There's Dewey's.
Dewey's shirt, or maybe another one of. That's probably possibly one of the deputies from Scream 4.
What about? Is there anything from Judy's in here? Maybe.
Maybe that could be. She wasn't in uniform when she died.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Look, it's the mask from Scream 2 from the stage play that Sydney was in.
Oh my god.
Wow, look at that. Theaters. This looks like an abandoned movie theater that they're in. We, of course, have Hayden Panettiere returning as Kirby, which is a pretty big deal for me because I love the character of Kirby.
Right, and like, it never would have dawned on me watching 4 that... I mean, that's my own fault. I just, like, blindly assume, like, oh, she's gone. But no, I think that's interesting the way they play with that because it doesn't feel cheap at the same time. It's not like, oh, this person we thought was dead.
Oh my gosh, guys! I'm literally scrubbing the trailer as we're talking. Look, they named all of them. They're shrines. They all have the names on the bottom. All the Ghostface robes.
Which one is that you think is in the case?
This is Billy. It says Billy right there. So this is like.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, I can see it.
Oh my! Like so, this cool. This is not only is this cool, but it also maybe explains why this Ghostface is going after Sam.
Oh yeah, it makes complete sense.
They're obsessed with Billy Loomis.
Right, they're not even just obsessed with the concept of Ghostface, but like they recognize the way that Billy kickstarted it. And so with Sam's attachment to him, which...
Or maybe Billy... It's so weird because this is... As you can see behind me, I'm a collector. So it's almost like this Ghostface is a collector, but is a hyper fanboy beyond what Charlie and Amber were in Five Cream. And they are, maybe Billy to them is like, instead of like having a favorite baseball player or a favorite item in your collection, is their favorite Ghostface, which is, not only is it a cool concept to think about being executed in the movie, it's also creepy AF.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, yeah, you could be a collector, but you obtained your stuff through legal means.
Yeah, this is not so legal, but it's so creepy to just see their shrines.
Yeah.
They're not even just a collect. They're literal shrines to these people.
Right, and like we've talked about this to where I know that one of the ideas thrown around for 3 was having a Ghostface type cult.
Yeah.
Which seems like such an untapped potential for an idea. So the fact that I don't know how much they're linked into the whole cult, or if this is just like one or a couple people, but it's fascinating though, because you have to think there are people watching this unfold and be like, yeah, I want to do that.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's how Ghostface has continued on. So someone to take it to the next level like this, I think, is an absolutely reasonable conclusion.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. The mask too. It looks like there's a few different masks, and what's interesting about that is that speaking of masks and speaking about the different masks being used, we see that Ghostface for most of the scenes is wearing this old decrepit mask. I think that's Billy's mask.
That would make the most sense.
I think that's the first mask, because if we look back to the shrines, they're missing the masks.
Yeah.
So I think that this killer may be rotating masks.
He might be rotating them. Maybe there's some that he wasn't able to get a hold of.
Maybe, you're right.
Because that wouldn't be surprising either, so...
The robes probably are less expensive on the black market than the masks are.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Man, let's talk about that opening scene, because one thing, we talked about like all the little Easter eggs that we found so far, but now that I'm skimming back to the opening, this opening feels so New York. From them just running in and everyone looking at them like, oh, who cares? Like what are you doing?
Yeah, like I see weirdos like you every day.
Like that guy who just walks up to Ghostface, like doesn't even care that it's a guy in a costume. He's like,
right.
You got a problem here, buddy? And it's just like that being originating from New York, that felt so authentically New York to me. And then yeah, the bodega owner with the shotgun. A lot of people, because that was a still that came out of Ghostface holding the shotgun, and everyone freaked out, like, oh man, why is Ghostface holding a gun? Even though we've seen Ghostface take guns from people in the other movies. But now we see that it's not his gun. He takes it from the bodega owner. But that's such a cool opening, and I love having a scene with Ghostface take place in a bodega. It's like, they're like, hey, what can we do in New York? Subways and bodegas, like two things. And that, to me, is super cool. Then, of course, another thing I give this props for, because as I'm scrubbing through this is a lot less spoilery, I feel like, than the 5 Cream trailer. Like, the official trailer for 5 Cream, if you slowed it down, there was some pretty big spoilery stuff in there, including character deaths.
Yeah.
This, I feel like, was so intense and so engaging without spoiling much. We have a general plot idea.
And again, it's like, yeah, we might see Gale and Mindy in peril, but we're not showing them, like, getting killed.
Oh, this is another cool thing. We have our first looks at both Tony Revolori and Samara Weaving, who are both going to be in this movie.
I forgot about Samara.
Samara, who has worked with Radio Silence in Ready or Not.
Which is another fantastic horror movie.
I hope that the fact that she's on a phone doesn't look good for her.
No,
but I hope she makes it through this one, because I'm a big fan of Samara Weaving. And then, of course, it ends with basically
the same as the teaser.
The teaser, which is the train stuff, which, listen, I liked it in the teaser, but I feel like we should have just not had it in here.
It felt very tacked on, like...
And it didn't need it.
You didn't need it. Like, if we hadn't gotten the teaser before, I would probably be totally fine with it, but it feels kind of just repetitive at this point. Like, if they showed even just one thing differently, that would be maybe a little more justified, but no, it's... But otherwise, like, I mean, that's nitpicking. Otherwise, I do think the rest of it's pretty great.
It's a pretty great trailer. I'm super excited for this. I think probably more excited than 5, because with 5 felt like Radio Silence had to tell their Scream story through the lens of Wes Craven. They were very respectful to Wes and everything he did in creating the Scream franchise. I think this movie is Radio Silence going, hey, we couldn't get Nev back. Things broke down with Nev, and that sucks, but this is our Scream movie.
Yeah, and like, I'm as disappointing as it is, I don't doubt the capability for them to make a great movie even without her.
No, and listen, Nev is super important to Scream, and I hope they work something out for the next one to bring her back, even in a small role. But I am very excited to see basically Radio Silence give us their Scream movie. And Listen, I have to comb through this thing like 100 more times, but I think that's gonna wrap it up. Unless you have anything else you want to talk about.
Honestly, I'm just very excited for this. Because I'm not a huge horror person, and definitely not compared to you.
Yeah.
But I watched the whole franchise for the first time like a few years ago, and just knocked the first 4 out. Love them. And then Five Cream was easily one of my top 5 films of the year. I didn't get to talk about it in our top movies of the year video, so I'll say it now. I loved it, and it felt so refreshing. And I like that this feels refreshing too, while still being a true continuation.
Yeah, and this is what's great about Scream. It could keep going on. It could be different people, and it still feels real.
Right.
Like this trailer is scary. Like it's scary. It's terrifying. It's tense. But we don't have that long to wait because this baby comes out March something 10th. It's soon. It's soon. It's like less than 2 months away.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited. But if you guys liked the video, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and notification bell because we have tons of content coming out all the time, and we want you to join us and have fun. Nikki, where can the people find you?
You can find me at Twitter at EggLordNikki.
And you guys can find me on all of the socials at the Montyverse. And until next time, guys, stay versed.